All right, you guys, obviously 2 top 10 opponents this week in Florida State, Texas A&M. Just talk about how important is this week for you guys.
Well, being at home first, after the game on Sunday, we were all disappointed. Just did not go well. You talked to me, so you saw that. But I said to the team, we got a midweek. I'd much rather play Florida State than somebody's whose RPI is 200, and they all agree. So it's another challenge. And when you come to a school like this, you're in the SEC and you're going to get challenged all the time. So why not bring it again? And we have great respect for both Florida State and A&M. A&M's having a hell of a year, probably their best team in a long, long time. Florida State, same thing, always good. And I can't say enough how much I appreciate Lonnie and her staff for doing this on a midweek, because when I called 18 months ago, we'll make it work. And so next year we're going there for a tournament, so we're going to continue this little rivalry.
I know you've talked in the past, hitting wise, about there can be too many socks in the top drawer. It becomes a mental thing. Can that become a thing fielding too, where people get too in their head about the balls coming? I can't make a mistake, that it can lead to that?
100%. Anything. Hitting, fielding, throwing, Steve Stack's disease, the yips.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing. And that's the reason why I feel like we're not going to harp on it, because the more you talk about it, if I would say, Katie, you're 0 for 9, let's go, you're due. Well, you're going to be 0 for 18 within 2 weeks. So it's something that, I think we're going to do a lot of fundamental work today and just take it nice and easy from square one, kind of some of the stuff we did in September, and just go back to basics. And, when we did a little stat seeking this morning, courtesy of Nate, and in our losses, we have like 3.44 walks per game and exact 2 errors a game, average, okay, losses. So 9 losses. On the other side of it, in our wins, we have like just over 1 error a game and like 2.4 walks a game. So we walk 1 less person, we have 1 less error on average. And it's not like it's 5 errors we got to get rid of. We need to get rid of 1, and probably a big one at that. And then the walks, we're not going to go from 4 to 0, but I'll take 4 to 2, cut them in half. And if we can get rid of 1 walk per game, because on Sunday, 2 walks scored.
Do you feel like with the free passes and the errors that it is more of like a mental thing or a technical thing, or maybe some of both?
I think sometimes, pitching is all about timing with the body, the lower half, the upper half, the arm, the whole thing. It's a big timing thing. And if you're off by a little bit, either way, lower body, upper body, the pitch is not going to go where it's supposed to go. And the other part of that is, when you have a pitcher that throws up and down, which Brisky does, and a nice changeup, if some of her body is off timing, when she tries to throw up, it's like backstop up instead of glove. And you saw some of that. So when she gets her timing back, that's going to help her a lot, I think. Because I don't think anybody's afraid. I don't think anybody's like nervous or, it's not that. It's it could be too many socks in the top drawer.
How have you seen, I know it's only Tuesday, but how have you seen the girls respond? You said everyone disappointed Sunday.
Yeah, well, we'll see in a little bit, but, yesterday was the day off. But, this is a group, like, seriously, we played not very well and still had a chance to win. We had the tying run come to the plate 6 times, I think, right? At least 6, maybe 9. So we're close, but they're gritty still. They're pretty resilient as well, because it seems like every time somebody scores, we come back, we bounce back right away, and to me, that's a good thing.
Obviously, it's been a small sample size with just 1 SEC series so far, but do you feel like it's going to be more of a pitch by committee approach throughout SEC play, or do you want to kind of have a here's our day 1 starter, here's our day 2 starter?
I think a lot of it's going to be on matchups, to tell you the truth, because there's a couple good lefties coming up that we're going to see, and then some teams have a lot of lefties versus righties, speed, pop, whatever. So whoever fits the best is probably going to be the starter, whoever that might be.
That's all I had.
I know obviously you're disappointed with what happened on Sunday, but going back to Friday with the doubleheader, you get run ruled in the first game and then bounce back. Kind of what did you like from the response of being able to drop that quickly?
Oh, awesome. I'm kind of glad we played a doubleheader that day because I don't know what would have happened if we had a day to think about it. A couple of players talked afterwards. Offense did great. And the other thing I looked up was in all the games that we played, 30 games, we have hit above 300 in every single game except for the first two. And it was 294 and 296 in the two games. We faced some really good pitchers since then. Clearwater was filled with All-American pitchers, and we hit over 300 in every single game. Now, again, that's one game, but for the season, it's been really, really good. So, I trust us to score 6-7 runs a game. But it can't be 7-6 every game.